Welcome everyone to the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth attempt at Beckoned Development Weekly Stream, episode 11. I am relying on you guys to let me know that everything's working okay. I do have the stream up on my phone. Oh! My live chat's working. I see Wizard. Hey Wizard, how are you doing? Oh my god, we got 4 of you guys watching. Everything sounds good? You hear the music? You hear me? Is the screen okay? Do you see the scribble gestures, Wiz? Awesome. Alright, at 8 o'clock I really fumbled that. Don't know why that was. But here we are. Kenton's back in. Yes. Scoot's in. Yes. Guys, I am afraid we might have lost, Reese. We'll see. And I've turned Dwight off because I think he was pretty much done with the night after my childlike temper tantrum of turning everything off. There was no way to save it. I mean, I had to actually restart a whole new stream to get it to here. I really don't know what was going on with it. But regardless, we talk about problems here enough. Thank you all for showing back up. This is my second attempt. We'll try to go through 10 o'clock. Sorry I kept you guys up later than usual. Like I was saying, I'm working on Enelh's mother. So I was on my first attempt, I was starting to work out these gestures, and of course stream didn't work out to the best. So here we are again. Might just shrink this down because it was okay. I just don't think it's the best gesture I've got out of any of them. I'm not really happy with any of them yet, but just to show you guys how the gesture process for me ends up working. You find the form. People do use references a lot of the time and draw their gestures based off that. I'm asked Joe Catapano. I'm a little bit on the insane side. So here's Enelh's mom. She's a herbalist. She makes medicines, antidotes, tinctures, in a fisherman village on a coast. So I'm going for soft, seashell-y, homely. I mean, these are kind of the ideas when I'm thinking about a pose. As you see down below here, I've got poses that are kind of, motherly or exuberant, or her bent down on the ground gardening. I haven't exactly found out the best pose yet, but I'm thinking a tilt of the head's gonna work a little bit better. Race is here! Oh, hi! You're back! Sorry about that bunk first episode. Here we are again. Dwight's not with us. I haven't really messaged him to come back. I really need to, right? Give me a second. Just let him know what's happening. Maybe I shouldn't further complicate things while I've got it running, but I'd feel bad if I didn't. I got it back. Now we might get a call back from him. So, like I was saying, I was wanting to kind of go for a head tilt. So we'll just gesture that out. These are real quick scribbles, just to get the initial pose down. And I usually kind of throw a head up there, a head shape. Like I said, I wanted it tilted, so the shoulders need to come out pretty so that seems a bit large. A bit roidish, Enelh's mother. Now she is younger mother, Enelh being a rather young kid. Now how should her arms be? Again, wrapped or dealing with something like, that's the thing, you can put her hand on her hip and drop the arm. And the reason why I'm asking is because how the spine turns out. Maybe it needs to run the other direction, like this way, if the head's tilted that way. And then you just got kind of like the straight down, but that doesn't feel very natural to me. So again, with these scribbles, you just kind of, you need to think about that pose before you go in into gesture if you're not using reference, because gestures are usually supposed to be super fast, and it's just to get the initial pose out. See, I can throw her arm up here and have her kind of stroking her hair back a little bit while that hand's on a hip. And I don't know if you can see that, and I know it looks messy and it looks a little nuts, but these are the building blocks. When you don't have reference, you need to rely on your education of the ratio of the body, as well as your simplification of your shorthand of the body. So such as you see in, like, I'm using all these scribbles for like the mid chest or the chest form, and it looks crazy. But to give you a little idea, because I actually do I like that pose. It might not be the best one for us, but let me just give you a quick little version. You've probably seen this on YouTube channel artists before, but basically you'll just turn that down, create a new layer, and just come in and use all those lines as guidelines. So you can see I'm starting to kind of use those as basic form. Some anatomy might need to be checked. You know, you got the rib cage, it kind of rounds out here, bring it down, the hip starts there. Oh, wow, badonkadonk Kardashian. But then we throw it around. Let's see, Kenton likes the bottom middle. Okay, cool. I'll check that here in just a second. When I get this gesture done. But you can kind of see just from these scribbles how when you have nothing, they give you something to anchor to. And all you're going to do is keep refining these gestures until you're down to a really good line drawing. So that's kind of what I was going to be doing today, was trying to get some sort of good pose down for Enelh's mother, and get the line drawing down at least. See, that neck muscle doesn't work. It needs to be brought over here. There's a lot of editing that has to go through all this to make it work. Yeah. How's the episode going so far, guys? So I didn't give up, if that's anything. That leg's too boring. I don't like it. Oh, but yeah, so that's another one. Again, guys, just kind of throwing things down, trying to get the, creative juices flowing. So that's what I've got. Kenton said he liked the bottom middle. Right, so the bottom middle is more of a 3/4 view of that one. I kind of thought it was a good one, but it's really, it's kind of got this, it's got this real heavenly feeling to it. I mean, it's mother, I guess, for Enelh, so, I mean, heavenly mother, you know, sort of might work pretty well, if you ask me. Come on, Photoshop, there you go. So I got the gesture right there. You don't have to worry about enlarging gestures. They're just scribbles, as long as you're not trying to do too much. But yeah, that was the basic form for that. And if I turn that layer down, I can... Well, I already created that, so let's go into this. So with this, I kind of feel her face is a little lower or angled downwards. Might be wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty wrong. Okay, but let's keep going. I'll adjust the head in just a minute. Because see, that neck muscle doesn't really work there, so we want to bring it down, but it's this 3/4 view, so it's a little we'll work it out. Oh, you know what? Guess what I just saw? Anyone else smelling when I'm stepping in? With this arm. I know this is messy, guys. Again, just bear with me. Well, look at impressionistic art all the time. Just think you're watching Monet or something like that. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. Promise it turns into something later. Bring it out. Okay, now, did you see how I just found her shoulders right there? Just carve at this. So there's the delta, there's the chest, and the same shape ends up over here. You want the cross section here, so middle there, blah, blah, blah. You want the rib cage here, and you see how even in the refined drawing how I'm starting to go into, I'm starting to get scribbly again. It's because I'm trying to still carve out that shape best I can for the next draft. If I didn't do well enough in the first gesture, I need to keep carving things out. So that's the whole idea. So you can keep going, keep carving down things if they're too. The other thing is always try to study your best at anatomy. And because everyone else harps on it, that's about as far as I'm going. But yeah, I kind of actually like this pose, Kenton, for this. Thank you for the suggestion. I guess that's what I needed, is someone to kind of suggest me going forward with one of those poses that I ended up throwing down. Actually throwing it down at like 7 o'clock before I tried the 8 o'clock stream that didn't work. But here we are, past the past. We're here. I feel that arm is boring now. I need to do something with it. You know what? Get rid of it. Come back to it. Don't settle. Don't settle. Who we got? Give her a basket. What kind of oh, like a collection basket. Yeah. You know what? That could come off right there. Right off that arm, you know? Yeah. Throw a basket with some stuff hanging out of it and deep, you know? We could work that up. No, what are you sorry for? It was great. Didn't mean to. Oh, yeah, well, you're screaming at me, right? Barking those orders, Ken. I did notify Dwight, so I thought I did. He's not back with us, so I'm not going to bug him about it. Love you, bro. I didn't mean for any of that to happen. I don't know what happened with any of that, but I like the basket, Kenton, so yeah, we're throwing it in there. Yeehaw. Alright, back to... I don't know if you guys can get it, but my real trouble is just getting all the technical stuff done so I can concentrate on the creation. I'm sorry if I have a little bit of arguments with my technology from time to time, but here we are. Anybody else got any suggestions? I don't have any idea for her outfit just yet, and her hairstyle too. Like, I got this flowy hair, but I'm not entirely sold on that. I don't have the tilt in the head anymore because I straightened it out. I need to kind of probably, if I want to attempt to get that back, I could. It's still got the slight tip, but that's because the shoulders are off, but not off, but you know, they're off level. So she's kind of got this, but it's ever so slight. I might need to make that more drastic, but regardless, it is concept art, and it's my version of concept art. So these different versions of sketches down here at the bottom, most all of those would probably be covered with clothing of different sorts before you get into the rendering like this. Kenton says, so instead of adjusting her hair, which is maybe more in line with the angelic, perhaps give her putting her hand over her eyes like she's wafting. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, like she's playing hide and seek. That's a fun one. But we don't get to see her eyes in the concept. A long flow dress, like for the beach. Yeah, Reese, exactly. Yeah. Right, hold on. Maybe you're not talking about hide and go seek. Maybe you're talking about that number, right, where the fingers are up, just kind of shielding her eyes from the beach sun, right? Is that what you're feeling? Kenton, no, don't cover her eyes. Like she, yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Just thought, did that come out on your end? I just got a few lines I got to erase to kind of make that a little bit. Yeah. Maybe it's a little too low, but again, this is gesture. We can come back with the next layer and perfect those shapes, but I like that. Yeah, she's cute. So, oh, I do like the pose. Okay, I mean, she's saluting. What if it's like a sun hat or flower hat? What are those hats? Anyone, any female that knows those kind of summer hats know what I'm talking about? But that means I'd have to design one, which I'm not opposed to. It was my fault. She kind of looked like she was saluting. I'm trying to think of the way to make the pose or that gesture doesn't look so. Really, the reason why it gives that is how straight her spine is, and in this pose, and that her knees are together, and that other arms to her side. That when it does this, I just see a tit. So maybe I might need to do a little bit something different. And she looked like shit. Well, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Could actually. Maybe a shadow around her eyes so it looks. Yeah, like looking off into the distance. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. I'm trying not to get her to salute, but that's the whole thing. Is even with the thumb in, that's more like a salute. If you do the thumb out, it's a little better. But in this image, you're kind of wanting her to do this because you don't want to cover her face. So again. Let's see, to you guys, it'd be like this. So, here would be it. That's a salute. If I do this, it'd probably be better. Okay, hold on. Just saw that. See, we're exploring together. It's like Dora the Explorer, except without the map and swiping things. Yeah, like that's what I was working for, is that little slight bend in the hand. I don't think I'm really going to get away from that salute feeling, but I can always try to work it out a bit different. Ooh, what did I just do? Wrong button. Alright, if she's watching the kids... Again, don't like the legs. This is what reference makes this process go a lot further, because you can get the proper body language and the proper proportions, and you can kind of, the gesture, the stance itself in a picture and a pose can actually insinuate details, you know, that you might want them to do, like the way their hand posture is, if they're interacting with any kind of object, you kind of help that. Like, that's why I put this kind of slight bend to her arm, even though she's got this cloud strife bicep going on right here. Give me a second. Good lord. Give her a buster sword. And yeah, so but I'm feeling that's getting a little bit closer there. And as you can see, I start to kind of clean up a little bit of that underdraft so we don't get confused. Where are we at? 924? We're still okay. So, the summer dress thing, I'm still feeling that. So, woo-ha! Did you see that? Woo-ha! Did you see that? That's Yoshitaka Amano stuff right there, yo. Kenton probably got that. I hope a few of you others did. Just trying to find that right flow. Everybody doing okay? Everybody doing alright? Yep. Cool. Okay, her collarbone's gone now. Yeah, that's not what it is. That might be where it is. Joe would be having a conniption fit over my anatomy right now. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of pull out of the anatomy stuff a little bit. I think got a good start for some things. Start to clear out some stuff. Like I said, we gotta figure out some. I might actually be able to draw after watching. Oh, really? Yeah, dude, it's just scribbling, you know, and keep scribbling. See, that's the thing. Is like that. See, that's what I'm talking about, Kenton. This has a lot of energy in it, and it's almost the same pose. See, if we put the basket in, you know, in this arm, and we can get the same thing, right? How's everyone feeling about that? Are you catching where I'm going? Again, I know it's scribbles, but these are gestures. You'd be very surprised at how fast these are actually supposed to go for the whole body. Like 20 seconds max. So how y'all feeling? I kind of like this one because it's a bit more, you know, it's at us, but again, all right, I'm gonna move forward with this one then. Right, that's kind of where I was going with it, Kenton, exactly. So it's less statuesque. It's less rigid. But it's basically the same pose. So I think we all agree that looking out at the kids is a good pose. Right? So I'm going to actually quicken up a little bit. Start getting a more refined line going in to move on. Thank you again, guys, for showing back up after that false start. That really stinks. I went back onto YouTube after shutting that down just to see how many different versions were left there, because I kept trying to bring it back up and end it and bring up another one and end it and bring it, and it got cluttered real quick. And that was probably why when I was saying I was on a new one, you guys weren't able to get there because it was marked as private, like episode 10. Which, by the way, I wasn't trying to hide it from you guys, but that was just for us. That gameplay video was just for us that showed up. So we're trying to keep all that down low. Beginning of last stream, I was, you couldn't hear me. Or maybe you could, you just couldn't see me. But I was saying that we're getting close. We're only like another week away from getting you guys the build. Reese, I gotta figure out what to do about you and your Mac. I gotta figure out what me and Dwight can do about that, because Joe has the same issue. I call it an issue because you guys are on Macs. You know, that's my little jab at you. But me and Dwight been talking about how to seriously deal with that issue, because it needs to happen. We need to give access for it. Yeah, old AF, right? Well, if you're looking for a new computer, Reese, you might want to think about a PC. Just a suggestion. Nah, regardless, even when we started doing this, I told Dwight that we were gonna need to look at iOS development on it. So Unreal allows it. It's not like it's too hard, but Dude, 8, 9 years old. Woo! You know what you call that computer? Methuselah. That or Richard Simmons. He's getting kind of up there nowadays, isn't he? I'm a pony. Right? Sweating to the oldies. Yeah, I don't know if Sweating to the Oldies is part of the public domain. I'm glad Kenton got us this music, because we could have been sweating. Right. Get those Kardashian hips in there. I'm just joking. I don't want Enelh's mom to have cellulite problems. But I have cellulite right here. So just don't really see it on well-fit people. I think they have a phobia of it, really. I don't know. Looks like a Paul Bunyan hand. Give me a second. I don't know if the angle works or not. It kind of works. Maybe a little bit more tight on that. Joe would be like, lasso master. Lasso master. Sorry I missed the T on that last one. That wasn't supposed to sound the way it did. That sounded really bad. That's why I had to correct it. Right. So where are we at now? See what I'm saying? So now we gotta figure out what the hairstyle is gonna be. Goku. And we got any ideas? No Princess Leia buns. We could put it up in a ponytail like a hard-working woman. Who said it? Why are you saying, oh my god, what did I say? Am I getting canceled now, Reese? What did I say? Well, if I'm potentially going to get canceled, you shouldn't retype it, right? Now, Scoot's on it too. I'll rewatch, I'll figure it out. Oh, the Goku hair. Okay, yeah, that was meant. Okay, I meant that one. Man, she's got some shoulders. Shoulders. My anatomy's needing a little work in that region. If you want me to be 100%, which is need some work. Joe would be in here having conniption fits. He'd be punching the air thinking I brought ranch to the pizza table. No, his mom's got it going on. Yeah, I can't bounce to that now. Hold on, wait a minute. You see how quick that was to do? Do you see how quick it is to do? Do you see? Do you see? Austin Powers had a character that looked like that. And he said, get in my belly. Consequences. That's funny, Kenton. Yeah, consequences. Are you reminding me of consequences? Regardless, I'm moving on. Okay, so let's get that hand in there. Looking out for those kiddos. See, because it's more up like that, and I think it's that part of the hand that comes over like this that kind of looks more like shielding. So you got that contact point right here. Salutes are here. So maybe that was my problem with the last one, is the fingers are more in the middle of the head instead of like this. So if you caught that, great. If you didn't, rewatch and we'll try it again. But yeah, so that looks a lot more like she. Yeah, and back to your all suggestions earlier about putting a shadow underneath her hand, kind of showing that. Right. So yeah, we'll be doing that. So yeah, that's the and I gotta continue getting all that figured out. Alright, but from there, this is where the real drawing starts. Now, I would start dressing the form. The summer dress is nice, which, just for sake, we're gonna put it over the shoulder. It goes straight from that contact point of the shoulder down to the tension point of the dress. I'm going to call it tension point because I think you guys understand. Maybe I need to bring that down a little bit more for comfort because it doesn't need to drag too much. Maybe that should be more straight. Maybe it should be V-neck or kind of weird neck like that. I don't know, but for right now, let's kind of give it the swoop. You know, the swoop neck. And that's just to kind of keep it kind of basic while we start to design the rest of the form. I think that went out way too far back here, so we'll make her a bit smaller and you know, the meats. The summer dress will kind of drape down, and down here and catch. We've got that fold there. We got fold there, and then and that catches that. So now we've got this pretty basic dress form. Again, too basic for me. This isn't conceptually, this isn't really my my thing. I gotta dress this up. Gotta dress it up. So, not happy with that. Give her sinister anime glasses. Oh, like Bayonetta. Or Luca from Chrono Trigger. You know. Dude, now I put a face on that. That neck looks... Didn't that neck look gnarly? Or was it me? It looked like Chuck Norris's neck. Yeah, where it's just flashing, you can see. Oh, okay, so kind of, yeah, I got you. Oh, whoops, wrong layer. And take out the pupils. So like that. Great, Reese. So now what about the Goku hair, you know? So it's Goku, Luca, you know, Kid Vid from the Burger King Kids Club in the early 90s. If anybody gets that right now. Concept art's supposed to move a lot faster than this. So, anyway, back to... I got Bud calling me. Bud probably calling me because he doesn't see the stream that I sent to him. Because that's the bunk stream everybody got. So, again, I like the summer dress thing. Maybe, the suggestion's good. I just need layers. Maybe that's it. But I'm so tempted to go with that Eris half jacket with that summer dress look. So, kind of not going that way. But the basket still needs to kind of go there too. So, I don't know, guys. Sorry, I'm not really talking. I think I'm just kind of in that mode where I think I see her just slightly. And I'm capturing it now while it's there. Okay, we'll have to work on refining these a bit. Eyes may be a lot larger than what I anticipated. Don't really like them. We're gonna try that again. It could be that Mickey Mouse smile too. I don't know if I like that either. Could be the chin line. It could be a bunch of stuff. That's why I carve it. Try to find that right. I'm not getting it easy today. Nothing's coming easy today. Lots of scribbling, not enough decisions. That's the thing about scribbling. You can not make a decision and still scribble. You're still making a decision, but not really. I don't know if that's making any sense or not, but looks like Weinstein. One eye bigger than the other. I lose you guys on that one, I bet. Okay. Man. I couldn't stand to look at that schnoz anymore. I think I finally found her. Hello, we just don't know your name yet. But I think you look a lot more like Enelh now. At least I can tell Enelh came from genetic wise. Kind of went with the same nose and mouth width and that candor in the look. Kind of gave her those Jennifer Gardner ears though. Ugh. Gotta get out of that. So the top of the ear meets the eyebrows, the bottom of the earlobe hits the nose. That's kind of how it always goes. Chop. Let's put some hair down on that side, throw some hair off over here. You all know I like my Zelda sideburns. You've seen them in a few of the characters already. Alright, now to zoom out and see. You see what we got going? It's getting there. She's a little... If you've been paying attention to the other stream, she's ready for duck hunt. Couldn't help it. Oh, Jennifer Garner once, and oh yeah, you did say you saw her once. Did she correct you on your grammar, and then come to find out she was wrong? Seen that video enough. If you're gonna look at videos on the internet and judge a celebrity by what they say on a video, then just go ahead, okay? Thanks. That was my best Bill Maher impression I could do. Guy's got no personality. All you have to do is just speak to someone like that and just go, okay, thanks. And you got the Bill Maher impression done good. Yeah, I guess Enelh's pretty young. Yeah. Enelh would basically be in her early 30s. Enelh's mom would be in her early 30s. Yeah. Well, we don't want her so old. Her mom's so old where when Enelh's born, her and her mom are playing races for cookies, you know, or catch, or don't, you know. You don't want her that old, is what I mean. Or I guess the other game is mother no longer with us, or is she sleeping? I guess that's the other old game. So here we go. Alright, so I've got her hair, and that's flowy like Enelh's hair. So flowy dress like Enelh. Again, here we go with that. See, now that I got the hair, the face of the summer dress, how are we feeling? It's got that motherly feel to it. It's just not a gardener. Right? To me, it's not a gardener. Do you all feel it? Maybe. And give her the big old flowering hat. That's very anime, isn't it? But I do like the hat idea. It still looked pretty okay. Just maybe not the Yosemite Sam hat. Maybe not the Kentucky Derby hat. Oh, but it's that floppy hat that looks good. Right? But I kind of still feel it's like Kentucky Derby-ish, dude. I might be wrong, but I'm... Maybe it's just me, you know? Right? So if we still have her arm up front, is she holding the bill of the hat, or is she still... See, I think holding the bill now is kind of a fun idea. See? Just did that. Just repositioning the bill up. What do you guys think? That's interesting. Now... Gandalf hat? You know. Or cowboy hat? Or top hat? Or... guess a Van Helsing hat? Or just simple, you know, just a simple dome cover, you know, rounded with flowers, right? So you get this little chrome dome round, and you throw some flowers up there and up here, maybe some baby's breath type looking thing happening. You know, well, we got things flowing that way. We could do that whole bonnet, flowy kind of thing. I don't know. Still playing with the ideas here. Still need that back. Oh, dang. Did you all see her forearms? Y'all not tell me she was a... No. I about made a joke, and it was about Olympians. But I'm not going there. I could say you all could have told me I was making a Last of Us 2 character. But I'm Joe. She just won't kill Joel. Okay. Did I just ruin a little bit of The Last of Us? I hope I didn't. Hope you guys enjoyed that first Last of Us. It was a good game. So here we are. Da-da-da-da. Now Enelh has these. To put their dress and make it similar seems lazy to me. Hold on. Only got a little bit of a Sega situation. Okay. A vest. No vest, jacket. No jacket. Something for the summer. A cowl. Something that comes over. There's so many ideas I've got for this. And I haven't really been executing too much on concepts. If I like those shapes here, but what if I kind of come down there? Sleeves. What kind of sleeves? Which you wouldn't want sleeves because they get in her way. And Nell's got sleeves. So do we keep them capered at the top? Like that. And maybe they're pleated. Maybe they're not. Is the sides tied like this? Is this more of a corset or just held tight? We've got this. Is just go off into a blouse type thing, or do we have a worker's belt with pouches and maybe some clippers and hedge clippers or something with other pouches or something like that? Maybe she's got a seed bag on her side. I don't know. What are you guys feeling? Do you see how that happens? I'm just kind of flying. So I'm kind of trying to land on a concept. Be honest with you, she looks a lot younger now. A lot younger than what I was going for. So we might have to shrink her eyes even more. Sadly, and be honest with you, I think that's where a lot of age comes from. Is like, in particularly the style I'm working with is the size of the eyes. See what we can do here. You don't need to be that much smaller. Alright, so now their eyes are smaller, she looks a little bit older, right? Yeah, kids have big eyeballs. They have big heads too. Fat babies, you drop them, they bounce. Skinny babies, you drop them, they break. You know, it's big baby heads. What do you second? Fat babies, you drop them, they bounce back? Yeah, it's a joke. I doubt that's what you're seconding, because it was funny. Not really that funny, but I'm working on it. Oh yeah, and give her a smile that... Right. So... that. But that's too dark, and the angle's too sharp. Give me a second. How about that? Maybe that side's a little long. Okay. Is that worky? Is that worky turkey? Are we good? Oh goodness. How do you guys like just me drawing? Didn't really talk about the game too much. Didn't really intend on it. Told you guys that after episode 10 we were gonna try switching some stuff up. I kind of thought that my idea in doing that was gonna divert attention away from the project when I still have so many NPCs to design. I kind of felt it'd be bad to switch over things without trying to do some of those character designs here, which I've done with Enelh's mom. I have an older design of her back from high school, but she's much older in that concept. So I was pretty happy to come back and try to re-explore that character. Basically what I was showing you guys is how I go from a gesture to that first draft drawing. That's what you're seeing. Now from here, I might bring this back up next episode because I still have things to work on the game demo. So this drawing might come back up next episode so I can go through the next stages. So today was just gesture, getting that pose, finding the base sketch. Sorry, holding back a burp a few times. Sorry about earlier with the 8 o'clock stream kind of bunking out. And I'm sorry Dwight didn't get back onto us. I'm guessing he was a little put off by the fact that it looked like I was giving up. But I had to talk myself back into trying it again tonight. Thank you guys so much for popping back up and giving me that belief. And giving me the chance to do this a second time. I kind of thought it was lost there. Glad you like it, Reese. I think I'm gonna continue doing this until any more updates for Beckoned end up coming out. Just like I said, things are going good, so really happy about that. We might be going Indiegogo, not Kickstarter. Got some rumors in the underground saying Kickstarter might change their circumstances up. So looking at Indiegogo. So if any of you guys have any suggestions on what you think is the better platform for us to launch out at, give us your input. Already been doing quite a bit of research over the past few years on Kickstarter, and find out this is happening. It's kind of switching us up. But yeah, guys, it's 9:56. Technically 4 minutes. We're supposed to be getting up, but you all gave me your 4 minutes during that first one. So thank you again for showing back up. Means a lot. Like I said, next episode we'll probably getting right back to Enelh's mom. Hopefully I'll have a name for her then. Nelicia was her name back in high school, and not just too much of a mouthful. Gonna have to shorten that down or make it a little bit more simple. But yeah, again, thanks. It means a lot, guys. 9:57. I'm gonna go ahead and salute or hide my eyes from the shade to you guys. Thank you very much. All you Reese and, Harry, Scoots, and everyone else. You all have a great weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July. And thank you again. We'll see you next week. Yeah.